Hi students, this is ASR. In this video, we are going to discuss 2020 JEE main problems belongs to work power energy. The first problem is a 60 horsepower electric motor lifts an elevator with a maximum total load capacity of 2000 kg if the frictional force on the elevator is 4000 Newton. The speed of the elevator at full load is close to, given 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watt and G is equal to 10 meters per second square. So given data is the power of the elevator is equal to 60 horsepower, power of elevator, and the maximum load of the elevator is 2000 kg, maximum load of the elevator, and frictional force acting on the elevator is 4000 Newton from the given data. And here when lift is traveling in upward direction, its weight is acting in downward direction, as well as frictional force is acting against the motion of the lift. Then it is moving up with force F. Then to find the velocity, maximum possible velocity, speed of elevator at full load close to. So power of the elevator, let P be the power. Power of the elevator is equal to force into velocity. You know that one. So power is equal to force, means two forces are acting against the motion. So force applied by the elevator to move the elevator with uniform velocity is weight plus friction into velocity. So given that power is equal to 60 horsepower, 60 into 746 watt, horsepower changes to watt, 60 into 746 watt plus mg. M is equal to 2000 kg. So mg means 20,000 Newton. G 10. So mg is 20,000 Newton plus friction is 4000 into velocity. Therefore, velocity is equal to 60 into 746 divided by 24,000. Let it be 24 into 10 power 3. 24,000, 24 into 10 power 3. So by simplifying the above equation, we get this is 6 10 times, 6 4 times. So 746 by 4 into 10 power minus 2 in numerator. 746 by 4 is equal to 186.5 into 10 power minus 2. That is equal to 1.865 meters per second. It is nearly equal to 1.9 meters per second. So answer is D. Hi students, consider the second question. An elevator in a building can carry a maximum of 10 persons with an average mass of each person being 68 kg. The mass of the elevator itself is 920 kg and it moves with a constant speed of 3 meters per second. The frictional force opposing the motion is 6000 Newton. If the elevator is moving up with its full capacity, the power delivered by the motor to the elevator, G is equal to 10 meters per second square, must be at least. This problem is exactly similar to previous problem of this work power energy chapter. Here number of persons that carrying in the elevator is 10. Mass of the each person, M is equal to 68 kg. Then total number of persons are 10. Therefore mass of the all the persons is Nm. That is equal to 680 kg. Mass of the all the persons. And mass of the lift is M2 is equal to 920 kg. from the given data. Then sum of the masses of person and elevator together is equal to 1600 kg, m1 plus m2. And here when elevator is moving upwards, weight of the persons and elevator m1 plus m2 into z acting downwards, friction is also acting downwards, and by applying force in upward direction the motor moves the elevator upwards, and frictional force acting on the elevator is given in the data as 6000 newtons. Then power required to move the elevator is F into V, force into velocity. Force means m1 plus m2 into z, weight of the persons and elevator, plus frictional force, net force required to move the elevator, into V. So m1 plus m2 is equal to 1600 kg into g is equal to 10. So that is 16,000 newtons plus friction is equal to 6000 newtons into velocity. Moving with a constant velocity 3 meters per second, given that v is equal to 3 meters per second. So into v is equal to 3. This is equal to 22,000 into 3, that is equal to 66,000 watt is the power required. So answer is A. Students, let us consider the third question in work power energy. A particle of mass 1 kg slides down a frictionless track AOC starting from rest at a point A of height 2 meter. After reaching C, the particle continues to move freely in air as projectile. When it reaches its highest point P, height 1 meter, kinetic energy of the particle in joules is. Figure is drawn not to the scale. Schematic. Take G is equal to 10 meters per second square. Initially, the data is mass of the particle is equal to 1 kg. And it starts from point A here. At A, let height be h1, that is given by 2 meters. And it is a frictionless track. AOC is a frictionless track. So without loss of energy against friction, body travels along the track AOC and it leaves the track at C and moves like a projectile. And it reaches the highest point P in its path. As I denoted there, it reaches highest point P like a projectile. Then the question is, what is the kinetic energy at point P, at the highest point of the projectile, given that height of point P is 1 meter? The simple solution is loss of potential energy of the body. So loss in potential energy of the body is equal to gain in kinetic energy of the body. Loss in potential energy means mg into h1 minus h2, mg into h1 minus h2. Gain in kinetic energy is equal to Ke. We have to find Ke value. So here h2 is equal to 1 meter at highest point of the projectile. So kinetic energy is equal to mg into h1 minus h2. Given mass is 1 kg and g is 10 meters per second square, h1 minus h2 is 2 minus 1, that is 1. So it is equal to 10 joule. It is integer type question, so answer is 10. Let us consider the fifth question in work power energy. Two particles of equal mass m have respect to initial velocities u1 bar is equal to ui cap plus u2 bar is equal to u by 2 I cap plus u by 2 j cap. They collide completely inelastically. Find the loss in kinetic energy. So we consider this one. Let first body is traveling along this direction. Mass of the first body m1 is equal to m and its velocity u1 bar is equal to ui cap. Then according to given vector, we may consider the second body may traveling along this direction. its mass is also equal to m, m2 is also equal to m, but traveling with velocity u2 bar is equal to u by 2 I cap plus u by 2 j cap, and they collide each other here. After collision, they are making completely inelastic collision, so they move together with some velocity v, final velocity v bar of magnitude v, and we have to find the loss in kinetic energy in the process. So first body, once again, first body m1 is equal to m, having magnitude of velocity u1 is equal to u, so u1 square is equal to u square. Second body m2 also equal to m, having velocity vector like this u2 I cap plus u by 2 j cap. From this u2 square is equal to u by 2 whole square plus u by 2 whole square, square of magnitude of second body velocity. So u square by 4 plus u square by 4, that is equal to u square by 2. And after collision, they move with a common velocity. So as this collision is perfect inelastic collision, they move together with a common velocity. Formula for common velocity v bar is equal to m1 u1 bar plus m2 u2 bar by m1 plus m2. Masses are equal, so m1 m2 is equal to m get common, so m into u1 bar is ui cap plus u2 bar u by 2 I cap plus u by 2 j cap divided by m1 plus m2 is 2m, m get cancelled. So this is equal to ui cap plus u by 2 I cap 1 by 2 into 3 by 2 into ui cap plus u by 2 j cap. From this v square, square of magnitude of common velocity, is equal to 9 by 16 u square, this is 3 by 4. So ux square is equal to 9 by 16 u square plus this is u by 4. So 1 by 16 u square, this is v square value. This is equal to 10 by 16 u square. Then loss in kinetic energy delta Ke in elastic collision is sum of initial kinetic energies is half m1 u1 square plus half m2 u2 square, sum of initial kinetic energies, minus half into m1 plus m2 into v square. That's why I calculated squares of velocities in each case already. So here m by 2 common from the first two terms, mass is equal, u1 square is equal to u square plus u2 square is equal to u square by 2, u square by 2, minus half into m1 plus m2 is equal to 2m into v square is equal to 10 by 16 u square. So here this is m by 2 is common from the two terms, from the first term, from the second term, let m by 2 is common. Then u square plus u square by 2, 3u square by 2. Here the remaining is 1 by 2. Already m by 2 get common, remaining is minus 10 u square by 8. So m by 2 into here 8 is LCM, 12 u square minus 10 u square by 8. So 12 u square minus 10 u square means 2 u square by 8, 2 get cancelled. So it becomes mu square divided by 8. So answer is D. Students, let us consider the fourth question of work power energy. Particle moves from point A to point B along line shown in figure. Under the action of force, F bar is equal to minus xi cap plus yj cap. Determine the work done on the particle by F bar in moving the particle from point A to point B. All quantities are in SI units. So, particle travels from A to B. A to B means at A, the coordinates of the particle x1, y1 are 1, 0. When it reaches B, coordinates of the particle x2, y2 0, 1, and it travels along a particular line given that. The force acting on the particle is minus xi cap plus yj cap from the data. Clearly, we understood it is a variable force. It is function of both x and y coordinates. So, it is a variable force. For a variable force, the work done for small displacement is dW is equal to F bar dot dr bar. So, F bar dot dr bar means dxi cap plus dyj cap. So, F bar is given by minus xi cap plus yj cap dot dxi cap plus dyj cap. It is equal to minus x dx plus y dy. This is the value of dW for small displacement. Then total work done is equal to integration of dW. So, we apply the integration for these two terms separately. So, minus integral x dx, first term is minus integral x dx, where x changes from x1 to x2, which is 1 to 0. So, x changes from 1 to 0 plus integral y dy, where y changes from 0 to 1. y1 is 0, y2 is 1. Y changes from 0 to 1. This is equal to minus integral x dx is equal to x square by 2, and x is changing from x is equal to 1 to x is equal to 0 plus integral y dy means y square by 2. Y changes from 0 to y is equal to 1. So, using limits, so minus 1 by 2 is a constant, minus 1 by 2 using limits 0 minus 1 plus here also 1 by 2 is constant, using limits 1 square means 1 minus 0. So, minus 1 by 2 minus 1 means plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, it is equal to 1 joule. So, answer is A.